What's up, fight fans? We are heading all the way to Sydney, Australia this weekend with some absolutely outstanding matchups. Dricus Du Plessis versus Sean Strickland rematch world title main event. This is one you're not going to want to miss. And just for you, to make this fight night even better, I have teamed up with DraftKings to bring you all a great offer right now. DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after they place a wager for just $5. So don't wait. Download the DraftKings app. Do it right now. When you sign up, use the code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action. Use your $200 in bonus bets for same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. You can combine multiple bets together from the same fight. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy for a shot to win cash prizes. I want you to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. When you sign up, place in at least a $5 wager, use the promo code SONNEN. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. I asked you guys a question a week ago. I even put it in what's called my thumbnail, my title. Big fancy word on YouTube. But I said, why is Alex Pereira cornering Sean Strickland? And there's a lot that goes into that. There really is. When you are a champion, you start getting pulled in a lot of different directions. And I don't just mean by the leeches in society that are going to be inviting you and pulling you in different directions. I don't just mean that. You'll be asked from a marketing and media standpoint to do a lot of things that take a lot of time. You'll be asked for cameos. You will be asked for appearances. So, for a gentleman from Brazil, living in Connecticut, to go to Australia, there's a lot on that. That is a massive trip, and you're going to be in time changes. And right, if you're a fighter, you're training basically, broad stroke, twice a day. And the word training is one of the most corrupted words that MMA has had. But whatever that exercise and practice is that you call training, you're going to do it twice a day. So if you're in an airplane for 22 hours, it just costs you 2 workouts. Not a day or a workout. It just costs you 2. Now, when you get somewhere and you're in that much of a time warp, you're going to need a day to straighten out. So that there's 2 workouts. We're down 4 workouts, and that was just to get there. When you put the tape in rewind and you come back, there's another day, there's another 2. There's another acclimate, because it's the same time change that you just got used to. There's another day, there's another 2. I just produced 8 workouts that he's going to miss cornering Sean Strickland. And that's before we get to the 3 days that he'll be boots on the ground Australia, and he'll be there for Sean. He'll be there to do what Sean needs done, or the weight cut, or the preparation or the fine-tuning for Sean. They're not actual workouts and training sessions for him. So now all of a sudden, you're at 12 and 14 and 15 workouts that will be missed. And that might not sound like a big deal to you guys, but boy, that's a very large portion of your training camp, quite frankly. If you go into a training camp and you go and you do it just where you got about 60 workouts. The time that you sign a contract to the time that you get in the ring with the other guy, you got about 60 moments of exercise. So 15 is a real number. It's a very meaningful number. And that's just for this trip. I saw Alex 2 weeks ago in California. And I saw him the month before that in Las Vegas. And I know this is his life, and he goes everywhere with his coach, and I know he gets these workouts, and I'm just sharing with you. This is why I'm bringing it up. It's a big deal. I believe Alex was with his sister. She just got that big knockout in karate combat. I think he was with her. And I'm just sharing, when you see somebody somewhere, or you think, oh, I'll make it up when I get to the hotel. Go find a treadmill in the workout room at the hotel. I'll bring my coach with me, and he's going to bring the mitts. We're going to get a mitt workout. There's no such thing. Guys are such dorks sometimes. But anyway, I'm just sharing for you, like, one reason that the champions don't hang on very long in the UFC, it's not just because of the brand promise that the best fight the best, that it's the most competitive, it's the right guy, nobody gets protected. It's not just that. There are built-in mechanisms that will stop the champion from continuing to do what he did and anything in life. If you want the same result, keep doing the same thing. That can be good and that can be bad, but I'm sharing with you, when you're the champion, there is a built-in mechanism that takes your ability to do the same thing away. And it's very hard because you want to say yes. And Alex wants to be there for Sean. And I'm not attempting, by the way, to make this huge deal that he was there. I'm just sharing there's a real discipline, and it was a kind thing to do. If Sean wanted Alex with him, if that's who Sean got his strength from, that's a very kind gesture by Alex to agree to do it, and it does come with sacrifice. So let's try to stay on this, because I asked the question, why? Why is he there? And Sean and Alex seem to make up, like, the moment that Alex connected that punch with Sean, it was like everything was cool in the game. Sean never got hung up on that. Never got hung up on that guy. There was a lot that went into that fight. I don't know that you guys remember it very well, but Sean was only in there to do a job because nobody else would do it. Nobody else with a name would do it. And I'm just sharing, Sean had absolutely no animosity. Whatever happened that night, in fact, it brought them on a human level. Sean respected it. At a minimum, we can say that, right? So my question doesn't go away. Why are you there? Were you part of Sean's training camp? Are you an advisor to the strategies that are going to be involved with the fight? Sean and Dricus. And Sean answered the question last night. Did you guys hear it? Sean told the world why Alex is with him. Did you hear why? Because, and I quote, Alex hates Dricus. That's interesting to me. Alex doesn't hate Izzy. Alex did not hate Izzy when he decided to follow Izzy and take everything from Izzy. He didn't hate him. At least not that he ever said. Hate's a strong word. My mother told me don't use the word hate. It's too strong. I'm sure your mothers have told you the same thing. Am I making too big of a deal about that word? Maybe I am. But I've never heard Sean say it. Sean does not hate Dricus. Sean did not hate him the first time. He doesn't hate Chimaev. He's pretty mad at Chimaev, but he doesn't hate him. He chose to use the word, and I'm wondering what it is that Dricus did to upset Alex to such a degree. I would really like to know. And now I do remember a few things. Once this was stated, I did have a couple of flashbacks. Like, you guys will remember when Alex offered to go down to 185. And so many people said, oh, don't do it, and don't cannibalize yourself, and don't. And Dricus said, yeah, don't do it. I'll come up to 205. We can do the fight, but we're doing it for your belt. I mean, do you guys remember this? And it almost seemed like just words from Alex at that time. It didn't seem very realistic that he would actually go down to 185, all the work that he's put on to get to 205, right? Jon Jones took 3 years off to gain 6 pounds. Like Alex has moved up 21 pounds. It didn't seem that he would take it up, but he was very serious to the point that it had to be addressed. No, hey, you're staying at 205. No, hey, you're at 185. You guys go do your own thing. And now Sean re-brings up that Alex hates Dricus, and I want to know why. What happened? And I don't believe that it's firsthand. I believe if it was firsthand, Dricus and Alex would have already told us. And what I mean by that, if these two ran into each other somewhere, and these I hate that guy things, boy, these can jump off fast. You can be in the same practice room and never even go with the guy, but you saw something. You can go to a restaurant and oversee. I had that happen. I had to fight a guy. I fought a guy in the UFC, as a matter of fact, because I didn't like the way that he ordered his meal from a waitress at the MGM Grand. That's a true story. So I don't think that these guys had a firsthand. I don't think they had a workout that went bad. I don't think they got seated next to each other and it didn't go well. I think it's secondhand. I think that Alex has observed Dricus, much like my fighter to waitress story. All right, fine. You know what? It was Michael Bisping. It was Bisping! And later, when I got to know Bisping, he actually did nothing to that waitress. That's just the way that he talks. Bisping can be a little bit abrasive. I just want to know what it is that Dricus did to Alex. If anyone knows, drop me a comment below.